guys good?
Yeah.
Oh, Grant right here. I feel like, I've seen a couple of your interviews and you've kind of said the same thing. We all know what Manuel wants to do. We all know what I'm going to do. He was in here and he said he was very much looking forward to fighting you, not for any bad reason, because he gets to show skills he hasn't had to show in there. So I guess what type of fight are you expecting from Manuel? Is it the go out and try to knock you out in the first round? Are you expecting something different? I guess what are you kind of expecting there?
Yeah, I think that he's going to try to knock me out in the first round. But if he doesn't try to knock me out in the first round, I guess we'll adapt, Everybody's got a game plan, and I think the best fighters are the guys that can adjust when things don't go according to that game plan. So we're prepared for everything. We've dealt with guys being super aggressive. We've dealt with guys, kind of running away from me and trying to pick at me. So I'll be ready for whatever style he brings.
Do you think we've actually seen everything he can bring in there? Because he was very adamant, like fans and fighters have not seen everything I'm capable of.
Probably not. I mean, I think you can watch every single one of his UFC fights in about 12 minutes. So I'm sure he's got some very good tricks. I've got 11 fights, no more than that. 13 fights in the UFC, and I think that there's still tricks that I haven't had to pull out of my back pocket, I'm ready for whatever he brings. I think it's going to be a good fight. I think it's a very, very stiff challenge for me. I do think that he's probably one of the most dangerous guys in our division, if not Terrence McKinney might be a little bit more dangerous, but he's very, very dangerous, and I'm ready for it,
I also saw an interview where you said the key is no brawling, I think is what you said. Is it that clear, cut and dry, like don't play his game, I can pull this out? Or I guess what do you see as like the best route to win against Manuel Torres?
Yeah, I mean, I have striking. I know people don't think I do, but I can strike. I just haven't had to at this point. I think being super sharp and super safe is going to be the key to victory. Obviously, I'd love to get the takedown, ride him out, hopefully get a choke or a TKO along the way. But if he's able to stuff every single one of my takedowns, I'll bring other weapons out.
I think some people, fans liked this fight, but I think they were surprised at the matchmaking, considering you've had main events, you've been in, like you said, like 13 fights. Maybe they thought maybe a higher ranked guy. And then I saw an interview who said you probably are going to struggle fighting up in the rankings. So I guess why do you feel that way?
I mean, I know exactly why it is. I did this one day just because I was petty, and I looked at how many Instagram followers I have and how many Instagram every single fighter in the top 15 has, and every single one of them individually could lose 100,000 followers and still have more followers than me. So I totally get it. I'm a tough fight, and it's very high risk, low reward. So I totally get it. But I've tried playing the bad guy. I've tried being funny. I did the quarter off my wife's dump truck thing. I thought that was going to go super viral. I'm just going to be me, man, and fight everybody they put in front of me, and hopefully, I think what's going to end up happening is somebody ahead of me is going to need a short notice guy, and I'm going to be the guy to raise my hand.
When have you tried to be the bad guy?
When I fought Ricky Glenn, and then I went to a draw with him, so I was like, all right, no more of that.
And I guess just last one for me, I've been asking the lightweights about this. Like, what do you make of the interim title fight they just announced? I think the issue most fighters and fans would have is Arman not being involved in that fight.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with decisions that the UFC makes. They took a sport that was considered cockfighting and turned it into a multi-billion-dollar organization and a real sport that people want to tune in and watch. If they think it's best, then it's best. I would have honestly liked to have seen Arman versus Max for the interim belt. I thought that would have been a way more fun fight, way more exciting fight. But, the UFC knows best. They're going to put butts in seats, and that's all that matters.
Grant, is your wife fighting on Friday?
I was wondering when somebody was going to ask me about that. Yes, she is fighting literally the day before me, and nobody has asked me about that yet. That's crazy.
Well, until now.
Until now.
So
what do you want to know?
Is that being tricky? Is that going to be tough for you to keep your focus? All these things.
Oh yeah, terrible. I hate it. I hate not being around my wife. I love bringing her to fight week, and she's not here. She's going to fight, and she's the main event of the show that she's fighting, so she's going to fight and then get on a plane at 5 a.m. and then come watch me fight. So it's definitely an experience.
Who was booked first?
She was booked first. If I was booked first, she wouldn't have taken the fight. But she had a 3-year layoff due to injuries and then not being able to find a fight. And I think that she's ready to retire. We're planning on having a baby after, like, probably Saturday night. Yeah, so this is the last one for her, and she finally she called our old manager and begged him for a fight, and he overpaid the person that is taking the fight with her. So we were like, look, I have to fight because we need to make money if we're going to have a baby, and you got to fight so that you can get this out of your system and then be a mom. So it'll all work out. I'm a grown-ass man. I can deal without my mommy for a little bit.
Is it streaming somewhere where you can?
So they used to stream on Fight Pass. I think it's I'm a horrible husband. I can't remember. Spectation Sports. I think it's streaming on Spectation Sports, I believe. Don't quote me on that.
I got one. Grant, I was talking to Chris Duncan yesterday, and he said as soon as his fight's done, he's going to be coming out, like, probably standing in the tunnel watching your fight. And he said, like, you're a guy that he's kind of going to put his foot down, and, like, if they ever offer that fight, he's never going to take it. Is that, like, a mutual feeling between you guys?
Yes, but I think for different reasons. I think Chris won't take the fight because we're really good friends, and I won't take the fight because I don't think I can beat Chris in a fight.
I think he said the only way would be for gold, would be the only time.
Obviously, look, if Chris calls me up and he says, they're offering us the interim belt, like, this money will change my life, it'll change your life, we both want to be champion, I'm asking you to take this fight for me, I would take the fight. I'll take an L. Like, it's fine.
Is a fight with Michael Chandler one you still want?
Oh yeah, of course. Who doesn't want to fight the guy that's 2-5 in the UFC? Of course. I would love to fight Michael Chandler. I absolutely have dreamed about fighting Michael Chandler. But like I referred to earlier, I don't have enough Instagram followers for him to actually accept a fight with me. So I think I'm gonna call all these guys out. I'm gonna say yes if they offer them, but I would imagine, assuming everything goes well on Saturday, my next fight is also outside the top 15. And I'm okay with that. Cool. Thanks, guys.